G'day guys, it's up and early here in the Murray River where we're going to be going for some European carp. So the tent is all set up here, or camper trailer I should say. Mighty Lux is there. We are literally fishing right out there. I'd been fishing for some time in the morning now, catching small fish, trying out different casting spots to find those bottom feeders of the river. Now carp are just one of those fish that you rarely get sick of catching, as they are a fun and fantastic freshwater sports fish that should be on every angler's bucket list. We just hooked onto one, but it's not the biggest. Little carp. Bring it up here for you. There we go. It's a very clean European carp actually, but that's what we get here along the Murray River. So chewing it on, and yeah, I will give you a closer look in a second. So we just caught this carp and I'm just about to take it off the hook. It's all jumped around in dirt and stuff, it's all messy, but the rules are, the law is that you can't actually return it back to the water. So the most humane and easiest way that I find to dispose of the carp is actually get a knife, whether it's a small strong filleting knife, doesn't have much flex in it, or even a hunting knife or something. You just go behind the head and you punch it in there, and you give it a good punch, and it actually severs the spinal cord. Yeah. And here is the European carp. It's very, very white actually, very silvery. That big red fin at the back, the whiskers on the front. This one is only about your 30 centimetres. My biggest, I've caught them up to 75, and they can get over a metre. So they're pretty big fish. Great sports fishing. Otherwise than that though, we'll get the rod back in and see if we can get some more. There we go. Look at that thing. So it's important to know when you're carp fishing what bait to use. They're very elusive fish actually, as much as they are in their millions and probably billions in the river. They only like to eat a particular food, and that's a lot of scraps on the bottom of the river. So what I'm using today is white bread, and I want to show you what to do. So you get your loaves, I'm grabbing 2. You're going to rip the inner side out. Now, the reason why I do that is it's a lot easier to pull off, and it's not a bit messy. This here you can feed it to the ducks, or if you want to, if you've got clean hands, put a bit of an egg in the middle of this, put it on the barbie, should cook up nicely. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to start squashing this centre part of the white bread into our hands. Dip it in a bit of water if you want, it gets a bit more gluggy. And I'm going to break off little tiny pellet sized bits. Now, obviously 2 from my rig. I'm using a paternoster rig. It might be different if you're using on a running sinker rig. It's whatever you're using. And then the rest, I'm dispersing them out to where I'm casting, because then that will allow them, the fish, to come around. They'll see these ones on the ground, they'll find them, as well as the ones that are on my hook. Fishing for carp is a patient game, and when you're fishing in general, you have to be patient. You can spend hours to not even feel a bite, and every hookup you get brings you that step closer to your dream fish. Next is a fish that, even though it isn't that dream fish, it was one that was very unexpected in that area, and the sound of the reel screaming on fire as you fight those fish stays with you along your fishing adventures.
I hope you enjoy this raw footage of myself hooking up and bringing in this decent size of a mud marlin as much as I enjoyed reeling it in.
So, we've just hooked onto a pretty big fish. It took drag. Whew. Lead it away from that side. This is a big fish. Oh. That is nuts. That is a huge fish. Yeah, I might pass. Yeah, you grab that. And this is like, I'm only running 9-pound mono. Don't go into the...
No.
Do that. Come on, don't go under the... Oh, he's big. Don't go under it.
Or
Big mouth.
you can see the mouth as well.
Oh, I don't know what's happened to you. Let it drop in.
It's got stuck, I think.
There you go. He's out. Back straight under, mate. Might need. So I've only got 9-pound line. It's only hold 4 kilos. This is 20-pound braid. Get over this side. Okay, I'll bring him in this way. He is a big carp. Might need to... Oh, that is huge. That is huge. Slide it up there. Where's the gaff? Where's the gaff? Where's the gaff? Get it. Oh, he's up though. He's up. No, he's not.
Nice to them.
There we go. Oh. That is a solid carp. That thing's got to be over 5 kilos. Whew. Wow. Oh. He's trying to get back in the water. Right, we'll get the fish out. We'll show you the fish, talk a bit about it, and yeah, oh, I'm pumped. Woo. There's this big carp. That's a solid fish. I'd say it's about that, yeah, 5 to 6 kilos actually. It's definitely a lot bigger than what I anticipated just right here, and on 9-pound line, but you know, it's about that 12-pound fish. So this is solid. Look at that big goldfish reef. That is nuts. That is huge. But yeah, had to gaff it. I don't have a net, so the best thing was a gaff. So this thing is solid. See what it comes in at. So it's on that 69 centimeters. It's just solid girth. It's just big. So what we'll do is we'll take this one out humanely and put the line back in the water.
Hannah's just made me a nice skim cappuccino. That was my fault. I went and bought those sachets of cappuccinos, but I bought the skim cappuccino version, which is horrible. Otherwise, we'll have the rod in the water, look after Mackenzie for a little bit, and stay tuned. Right, so I'm going to wrap it up here, folks. It's getting a little bit quiet. There are still some bites, still some big bites. I thought I hooked onto another big carp, but I'm running low on actual battery actually, so I've only charged one. So I'm going to have to run this one short. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys, and find out in our next video what else we catch as we travel along the mighty Murray River. See ya.